Hello. Hi. Good evening, everyone. Hi. How's everyone doing this evening? All right. Wow. We're all here together. Thank you so much for all coming out, putting on your Sunday finest on a Saturday night. What's tonight? Oh, it's not Saturday. It's not even the weekend, and we're all dressed up. Look at this. I am Cathleen Trigg-Jones. I'm your host for this year's MWBE conference. It's really exciting to be here tonight. We're celebrating a lot of things tonight. Two in particular, champions. We're going to be honoring some champions, but we're also celebrating the fact that we are out together, and we're wearing masks. How amazing is that? Give everyone a round of applause. Now, it's really exciting to be here. I'm Cathleen Trigg-Jones. I was asked to do this, and it is such an honor. I have to say, it has never felt better to be a minority and a woman-owned business. New York State is leading the charge. I've been a journalist for a really long time, and I've been a business owner for a really long time. So I don't know about you, but I'm really, really excited to see where the world is going, and especially where New York is going right now. So thank everyone for gathering. I want to give a shout out to this amazing band over here, the Silver Arrow Band, who's been keeping us entertained. And make sure you stick around tonight, because they're going to be hanging out for the after party. So get your flats out, ladies, and let's party tonight, all right? I also want to give a shout out to everyone who's watching virtually tonight. So thank all of you. I think there's well over 1,000 people or more out there watching, so thank you. And this is not going to be a really long show. We're going to try to get through this together, but I'm excited. So let's get started. Welcome to the MWBE Champions Awards Gala. Tonight, we come together in celebration of the many wins made by New York State's diverse business community, from minority and women-owned businesses who have worked tirelessly to continue to grow despite adversity, to partners of the MWBE program who are a testament to the importance of advocacy and community support. As a global pandemic continues to persist, we've all learned the importance of remaining connected and building vital relationships that keep us thriving through these dark times. But there is light in the darkness, and through innovation, creativity, and ingenuity, we have learned how to push forward, have we not? Yes, it's a new day. With this year's theme of Innovating Forward, we hope to highlight the numerous ways that individuals across the state have done just that, used innovation in order to continue moving forward, building up their communities, and leaving behind a legacy of success. Tonight's awards will spotlight individuals and organizations alike who answered the call to action, from the women-owned garment and apparel business that took action when the pandemic began, manufacturing PPE for frontline workers, all while helping to reduce dependency on overseas supply chains, to the New York State agencies and staff who worked tirelessly to increase MWBE utilization and deliver goods and services across this great state. From the New York State Senator who has dedicated her life to and work to serving her community and advocating for the removal of barriers to MWBEs, creating a more inclusive economy, to the Division of Minority and Women-Owned Businesses Development, 10 regional offices who have done astounding work for the MWBEs in their regions. Let's just give that a round of applause. 10 offices. Yeah. And we salute you and many, many more who are the lifeblood of New York State's economy. Without you, there would be no us. So thank you so much. So to continue in our celebration of the champions across the great state of New York, it is with my greatest honor that I get to introduce our host for the 11th annual New York State MWBE Forum, Governor Kathy Hochul.
Oh, thank you, everyone. It is so great to be here in person. Sorry, live stream people. We know there's a lot of you out there, but this is where the action is tonight. Catch you next year in person, hopefully. So I am so honored to be here, first of all, as your governor, and delighted to be part of the 11th annual celebration of MWBEs. I've As Lieutenant Governor, I don't think I missed a single occurrence. I was at all, probably 8 of them while I was Lieutenant Governor, so I'm really proud to be here now to represent the entire state of New York and say, we need you to succeed. And as go the MWBEs of the state of New York, so goes the rest of our state. And I believe in this so intrinsically. It's part of who I am. It's part of who I am as a woman and as a person who helped start woman-owned businesses for my mother and my sister. I know the challenges that you have to endure. And I also know that there are extreme disadvantages that women and minority-owned businesses encounter just getting off the ground, the access to capital, to get other people to believe in your success, to believe you can actually make an idea become a reality. And I'm so excited to be able to help you overcome those barriers. And we have a dynamic team. I'm really proud of my administration. Just over 100 days ago, we didn't have an administration. So I've been able to attract some really talented individuals to come to public service or to continue in public service. And I want to acknowledge some of them right now. And first of all, I want to thank Cathleen Trigg-Jones, the founder of iWoman TV, for adding the star power to this event. Thank you for the introduction. But in the audience today, we have some incredible public servants. And I want to start with the Secretary to the Governor. If you do not know Karen Persicilli-Keough, you need to get to know her right now. I can't see out here. You all look kind of dark to me. But Karen, are you out there? Are you out there? Okay, she's not over at the bar, right? She's right there. Okay, I see Karen. Liz Fine, the special counsel to the governor. Liz, are you in the house? All right, there you are. Julissa Gutierrez, the chief diversity officer for the state of New York. Thank you for all your great service. Hope Knight, the acting, soon to be not acting anymore, president and CEO of Empire State Development. Hope Knight. Jerome Duval, Executive VP Division of MWBE Businesses. We've worked together a long time. Jerome, I want to thank you for all you do. Incredible leader. And Tracy Mitchell, who makes sure it's all done right. So make sure you make Tracy happy, the Director of Special Projects for MWBEs as well. Another friend of mine is in the audience, and I want to give a special shout out to our Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Ruth Hazel-Thompson, our special advisor, Homes and Community Renewal. We've worked together since 2014. We've been close partners to continue making sure that everyone has access to a wonderful home. Sandra Rivera, our Senior Advisor for Legislative Affairs as well. Many individuals were also here earlier, so let's give them a collective round of applause because they all work so incredibly hard every single day. You know, Kathleen mentioned, and you don't need a reminder, of the challenges all of you had to come through during the pandemic in particular. And I also know that many of you subscribe to the same philosophy that I do. If it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. Well, you will all emerge so incredibly strong. And I had the opportunity during the pandemic to go see many of your businesses and to walk in the factory floors and the small shops across the state and just say, hang in there a little bit longer. I know you worked so hard to get here in the first place. So just hang on because I know better days lie ahead. And while we're not through this pandemic just yet, and I thank everyone who's doing the responsible thing, not just for themselves, but their coworkers, their customers, their friends, and their families by getting vaccinated, getting the booster shot. Please get boosted. We need that extra layer of protection. And those who are wearing the mask, I thank you. I don't take this for granted. I thank you for being so supportive of our effort to make sure that we, number one, protect the health of New Yorkers, but number two, we protect the health of our economy. We cannot sustain any more setbacks. I want to make sure we just launch into this post-pandemic world with optimism and confidence and continued support for MWBEs. So, we already have 9,000 certified MWBEs in the state. I think we can do a little better than that. Should we raise that number a little bit higher? We can do more than 9,000. Let's bring more to the party. And I remember when I first started giving speeches as Lieutenant Governor, we'd brag about the fact that we had $2 billion of contracts awarded to MWBEs. Well, guess what? We cracked $3 billion of contracts to MWBEs just in the last couple of years alone, and that's during a pandemic. And we're going to continue. We're just getting started. This morning I was at JFK announcing that we're going to continue with Terminal 1, 5,000 new jobs, 30% to MWBEs. We're going to keep that going. Same with LaGuardia Airport, over $2 billion in contracts awarded there to MWBEs. And as you may have heard, we surpassed our nation-leading goal of 30% utilization. We're at 30.5%, I believe it is. Yes, we did it. We did it together. Yes. And I'm not tipping my hand here yet. We're going to go even better than that. We're going to keep that number increasing because I want to make sure that everyone understands that we have to support and give it the chance for an opportunity and open the doors for so many more businesses, and that is what's going to make us the stronger state as we emerge going forth. So I want to thank everyone who's participating. I know you're in conferences and roundtables and conversations throughout the day. There are new opportunities. I know you heard from some people from our Office of Cannabis, and that's going to be a whole game changer for particularly minority communities that have suffered so much for decades of indiscriminate persecution, I'll call it. Some call it prosecution, I call it persecution. And we're going to give an opportunity for so many more people to participate in this new emerging industry. So, are we ready to launch into 2022 and meet new goals and exceed them? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Thank you to everyone involved. Look forward to your success because your success is our success. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to be with you here today to celebrate the essential role that MWBEs play in New York. First and foremost, I want to thank Governor Hochul for her tremendous support for New York State's MWBE program and for MWBEs across the state. Today's announcement is just another sign of New York's commitment to inclusive economic growth. And I want to thank all of you, online and in person, for joining us here at the forum and for what you do to move this state forward. A key theme of tonight's gala is celebrating MWBE excellence in New York State government contracting and overall business model implementation. Tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing our first award, the MWBE Innovation Award. This award is particularly meaningful given that New York has been through and continues to go through very difficult challenges of the pandemic. This awardee has done amazing work, pivoting during the pandemic to provide goods and services, especially PPE, that protected New Yorkers and saved lives during the COVID-19 pandemic. They exemplify the way New Yorkers have come together over the last 2 years to support each other, drawing on creative and innovative solutions to respond to a public health crisis and help those around them. I'd like to introduce the upcoming video, which will highlight Golditech, a New York City-based certified Hispanic business that has really shown us what New Yorkers are capable of. Why don't we roll the tape?
My name is Rachel Rothenberg-Sayens, and I'm CEO of Goldatech and Garment District for Gowns. Prior to the pandemic, my teammates and I all worked in luxury apparel. Most of us met working on the design team at Oscar de la Renta. When the pandemic hit, we were shaken to our core by images in the news of nurses wearing garbage bags as protection, and we felt compelled to do something about it. And first, we tried to get Oscar and the CEO involved, but we just felt they weren't moving quickly enough. So we took matters into our own hands, and we self-funded, bought fabric, found volunteer sewers to make these gowns, and just donated them to underserved healthcare institutions in the New York area. We've had to be innovative in building out Goldatech and figuring out ways to navigate the supply chain crisis throughout COVID. The trucking was so backed up that our partner Alex actually rented a U-Haul truck, drove to Rhode Island to pick up this fabric herself, and was stopped at the border because New York license plates weren't allowed into Rhode Island. So the Army escorted her to the warehouse to pick up the fabric. One of the key missions in our whole initiative was to provide work for the Garment District factories. Many American fashion brands have gone to sampling and production overseas, and work has dried up here. So many factories were on the verge of shuttering their doors, and we just thought that this was a win-win situation. Whatever it was, we found an answer. We were lucky also to reach out to other MWBEs and navigate these challenges together. I think that there was such power in networking and coming together. That was the silver lining through COVID. Just reaching out, finding solutions together, and we've made some beautiful friendships as a result.
So now I'd like to formally give Ms. Rachel Rothenberg-Sayens this award. Congratulations for all the work that you do.
Nice. Governor Hochul, I got an opportunity to say hi to her, and I don't know about you all, and I say that a lot, but I'm really excited to have Governor Hochul leading the charge here, and just being an advocate for minority businesses and women-owned businesses, and as someone who's launching a women's television network called iWoman TV, little plug there, I'm really excited to have our first female governor in place. So, Governor Hochul, again, thank you so much for looking out for us. It takes a village. But Hope, thank you again. An integral part of the MWBE program are the dedicated partners who use their expertise to elevate and support MWBEs across the state of New York. Whether it is through certification, business development, or mentorship, they are proof that in order to achieve the mission of the MWBE program, it takes a village. I am so proud to introduce this year's WMBE Impact Award and the work of our commendable awardees. Take a look.
I'm Laura Fetter. I am Acting Vice Dean and Director of the Entrepreneurial Assistance Center program at Hofstra University.
My name is Ann Janiak, and the company is the Women's Enterprise Development Center, WETC.
The importance of uplifting MWBE is critical because they need support and encouragement throughout the entire process of applying for the certification and waiting for their certification to be reviewed, to be processed, to be approved. If it is approved, they need support throughout their entire journey.
What we're doing here is trying to level the playing field and create access to opportunities for them. It's that simple, that basic.
They need that support and encouragement. They need to be uplifted and be reminded that this is something that they can do with help. And that's one of the reasons that we are here, is to support them and be a resource for them.
There is nothing as rewarding as seeing one of your clients become certified, win a contract, hire employees, and build their businesses. This has been, for 20 years, we've helped quite a number of people with that effort, and it's thrilling each and every time it occurs.
The work that we have been doing with MWBEs has been evolving over the last several years, and I believe it will continue to evolve and grow and expand. That's what we have seen here at Hofstra, and it's been wonderful to be a part of that process.
It's really important that programs like the BGA continue. They're supported by the state and expanded. I also think that the leadership at the top needs to have the commitment to seeing that these programs exist and are funded and are able to help more and more minority and women-owned businesses.
All right, and now I would like to formally present the MWBE Impact Award to our awardees, Laura Fetter of Hofstra University and Ann Janiak of the Women's Enterprise Development Center. Let's give them a round of applause.
I'm Liz Fine. I'm counsel to the governor, and there's some bright light shining in my eyes, so I suddenly can't see all of you. But I would like to say that I am so happy to be here with my old friends who I'm so happy to see from Empire State Development, Jerome, Duval, my new friends, Hope Knight, who've done such an incredible job of making this forum possible. I always tell everybody that the MWBE Forum is absolutely one of my favorite events of the year because it celebrates incredible achievements and a community that needs to be celebrated and lifted up. And Jerome has done such an incredible job building the program at Empire State Development. Valerie White is here, the former director. I celebrate her too. She did such an incredible job leading the MWBE division, and there's just so much to celebrate tonight, just being together. So thank you for having me. I am also very happy to join you to recognize the work of New York State's regional offices. They play a very key role in connecting MWBEs to economic development projects in the region. They find contract opportunities, they help with business growth, and especially, this has been especially important during the pandemic. So I'm very happy to celebrate the work of the regional offices tonight, and I would like to introduce a video that highlights the important work that the regional offices do. So let's roll.
All across the state, New York's regional offices have led their teams in promoting the economic development of MWBEs in unique and innovative ways. From the Mid-Hudson region that worked to identify key projects and contracting opportunities for MWBEs, to Long Island, where a strong partnership between the region and division flourished, opening up new possibilities for the future growth of MWBEs and small businesses. In regions like the Finger Lakes, team members continuously sought out a better understanding of the MWBE program to ensure that they were equipped to address the local needs of the MWBE community. These are only a few examples of the amazing work that is happening in each of New York's regional offices. Despite a pandemic that has ravaged the globe, regions have continued to make great leaps and bounds to accomplish their goals. We celebrate the Capital Region, Central New York, Finger Lakes, Long Island, Mid-Hudson, Mohawk Valley, North Country, New York City, Southern Tier, and Western New York, all of whom played a role in surpassing the state's MWBE utilization goal. Here are some of the proud wins and what they've been able to accomplish this year alone. The 2021 New York State MWBE Regional Opportunities Expo Series hosted events across all 10 regions, highlighting over $800 million in regional economic development projects throughout the state. Over 30 Training Tuesday seminars were hosted in 2021 alone, reaching and enriching nearly 3,000 attendees and covering a wide range of topics, including how to write a winning proposal, MWBE social media tips for success, certification made easy, and more. And as of October 2021, a total of 9,187 MWBE certifications have been granted across New York regions. This year has been a testament to the hard work of the regions as they support MWBEs across the state of New York and advance towards building a diverse, inclusive, and unstoppable New York State economy. Join me in recognizing the extraordinary.
Thank you. These are some serious public servants. The governor has set the bar so high. I have so much confidence that the regional offices will continue to meet and exceed the bar that anyone could set. I would ask actually all the representatives of the regional offices to stand who are here tonight. And I thank you for giving them a round of applause that they so deserve, and I hope everybody enjoys the forum. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. So excited. I'm Julissa Gutierrez, Chief Diversity Officer for New York State, and I'd just like to echo Liz's words and gratitude for our regional offices. Their dedication, the division's dedication across New York State has been invaluable, has helped us to reach and surpass our utilization goal. And I want to acknowledge all of them myself as I work closely with them, and I look forward to continuing to bolster the program. And now at this moment, I'd like to shift our focus to an entirely new segment. And throughout this evening and across the forum, we have heard inspiring stories about the accomplishments, the future of New York State's program. And I have here today my colleagues who have presented on this stage, who have highlighted achievements and triumphs, uplifting individuals who have excelled as firms and businesses, and individuals who have dedicated their professional lives, their personal lives, who really speak to the mission of public service to support minority and women-owned businesses. So I applaud you all tonight, and those of you who will be acknowledged. Now I want to take a moment to recognize those who have made the work not only a professional commitment, but a lifelong mission. Please turn your attention to the following presentation.
Ruth Hassel-Thompson, Special Advisor for Policy and Community Affairs. I think circumstances, situations, where you grow up, how you grow up, all of these are elements that play, and it's an evolutionary process. Nobody wakes up and says, I want to be a legislator, or I want to be a community activist. I think you evolve into them as you interact with people. I work with school board issues. I worked with all kinds of issues, and all of these were things that determined for me that I wanted to be where policy was being made. So when the opportunity came to run for city council on the local level and later to run for the Senate, I said, here's my chance. You've been running off at the mouth all this time. Let's go see what you can do to change things and to change lives. Inclusion means that I look around and I've got to see some kind of representation that says to me that the people who are being impacted have to be a part of the decision making. I don't want to be the person making decisions for your life. I want young people, to be making decisions and helping them to make good decisions based upon good information. The key factor is always involving the people who are involved and get them to come together with you to create the solution. Because the solution is not outside of that group, it's inside that group. I am very hopeful that the work that we've done in the state of New York is not just for our borders and for our parameters. Because when we do laws, we don't just look at the laws within the state. We look at other states to see what they have done. And so I would hope that other states would look at what New York has done and the steps that we have taken to ensure that there is as close to full participation, that inclusion word you talked about. Full participation is inclusion. When everybody eats, that's full participation. I'm one of 10 children. My parents always made sure all 10 children got to eat. And that's what the state of New York has an obligation to do to all of its citizenry, its children, its, and creating opportunities.
This is the first time New York State is giving an MWBE Lifetime Achievement Award, and I could not think of anyone more deserving and special than Senator Ruth Hassel Thompson. Ruth, if I may, has dedicated her career to public service and to helping her community, and is always willing to speak out on behalf of those who would not otherwise be heard. For over 30 years, she worked as a nurse and a counselor for Mount Vernon Hospital, specializing in pediatrics and substance abuse. She started her own women's center in Mount Vernon and also worked as a health educator for people living with HIV. But I want to especially highlight how she's been a consistent champion for MWBEs now and throughout her time in elected office and even farther back. In the 1980s, she served as the executive director of the Westchester Minority Contractors Association. In this position, she honed her expertise in economic development issues and how they impacted women of color and people of color. She successfully negotiated both public and private contracts to increase economic participation with minority and women-owned businesses, and one of her many achievements was her ability to spearhead bank loans for financing MWB activities. She is well known for her expertise on minority business needs and has initiated numerous workshops and seminars on business development. Ruth started her career as an elected official in 1993 when she was elected to the Mount Vernon City Council. By 2000, she would become a New York State Senator representing parts of the Bronx and Westchester. During her tenure, she sponsored several bills impacting the MWBE community. She is author in the Senate of the MWB legislation, which calls for the disparity study and the creation of my position, Chief Diversity Officer of New York State. 11 years later, while senator, she was selected for the governor's MWB advisory team to meet the state's then goal and to expand MW participation in state contracting to 20%. Most recently, she has continued to serve on state's current MWB Advisory Council, was instrumental in the reauthorization of Article 15A, the program's enabling statute, and helped to expand the benefits of the MWB program. And her tireless public service doesn't stop there. When COVID-19 pandemic hit, she stood up for the most vulnerable communities. We worked together on the Vaccine Equity Task Force, and during the height of the pandemic, she fought to ensure all communities had the resources to access the vaccine and crucial health information. Please join me in congratulating Senator Ruth Hassel Thompson and presenting her with the MWB Lifetime Achievement Award.
Good evening. Before I get started, I want to echo and congratulate my friend, Senator Ruth Hassel Thompson. Thank you. There's also someone else very special in my life. Tonight is my 20th anniversary, and I want to thank my wife, Sinise, who is with us this evening. My name is Jerome Duval, Executive Director and Executive Vice President of the Division of Women and Minority Businesses within the Division of Empire State Development. None of what we have been throughout this pandemic and the work that we have achieved would have been possible without the work of our agencies and authorities. And so tonight, I want to recognize them, and as you have heard, tonight, together, we have made history. $30.51%, meaning over $3 billion to MWBEs. This would not have been possible without the work and partnership of the 97 agencies and authorities, and tonight, they are our champions. Each year, we acknowledge our partners who have surpassed the mark. The awardees you will hear about next continues to demonstrate their commitment to not only building lasting connections to MWBE and the community, but also exceeding MWBE utilization goals in their individual contracting strategies and approaches to ensuring that MWBEs are front and center. I would like to acknowledge our recipients in this award. We represent all of the agencies and authorities across this great state, and so I want to name them individually by the agency and authorities. And so first, I would like to acknowledge Erie County Medical Center, New York State Thruway Authority, Metropolitan Transportation Authority, who has done almost $1 billion in spend to MWBEs. Roosevelt Island Operating Corporation, people, yes, absolutely. Office of People of Developmental Disabilities, New York State Department of Taxation and Finance, New York State Division of Military and Naval Affairs, and last but not least, Empire State Development, who has done $1.2 billion to MWBEs. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Hope. I'm going to ask members of those organizations and authorities to please enter stage with your award. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your partnership, the work that you are continuing to do, the work we have ahead of us, and without you, this would not be possible. Thank you.
The MWBE Champions Award honors some of the New York State agency and authority staff dedicated to the state's MWBE program. These individuals have worked tirelessly to increase MWBE utilization and the role these businesses play in the delivery of goods and services across the state. Without them, surpassing New York's 30% MWBE utilization would not be possible.
It is imperative for us as government to find creative and innovative ways in order to include those businesses that have historically been excluded into our processes. Last year, we were ranked #1 with dollars paid to minority women-owned firms by far.
This year's recipients come from a wide range of industries, agencies, and professions. Congratulations to this year's MWBE champions.
evening, everyone. I'm very happy to see everyone here this evening, this wonderful evening. My name is Nadine Fontaine, and I am currently the General Counsel for the Dormitory Authority for the state of New York. Thank you. Nice to see you, everyone, tonight. It is my honor and pleasure to recognize MWBE champions through the Carrie Gabay Excellence and Innovation Award. I had the pleasure of knowing and working with Carrie Gabay and eventually assumed his role as First Assistant Counsel to the Governor for Economic Development. Carrie was truly a leader in the MWBE community. He was a leader in MWBE equity, creating access to New York State contracting opportunities, and he also worked closely with the governor's MWBE team and the ESD team and the MWBE community to grow the program's participation goals and numbers and increasing it throughout the years. Unfortunately, Carrie was tragically lost to us as a victim of gun violence in 2015, but his legacy does continue. He was committed to giving back to the community and worked tirelessly in public service. He advocated for the MWBE community in the hopes of bettering people's lives. Tonight's award, the Carrie Gabay Awards, honors successful MWBEs who have similarly demonstrated a commitment to innovation and strengthening their communities. Successful leadership creates a clear vision of what the organization can achieve, and is that vision that is driven by the passion to achieve it. Carrie was a leader with passion for MWBEs, and it is this spirit of passion that we celebrate him and we celebrate the awardees today. In honor of Carrie, I am proud to announce and happy to present this award to 3 recipients. And I'm going to turn to the video for a moment so we can see who those recipients are.
Hi, my name is Susan Bayot. I'm the president and founder of NTech Engineering PC. I'm so honored to be selected for Carrie Gabay Award. My company has been in business for about 20 years. We are an engineering consulting company. Our services is mainly construction management and construction inspection.
My name is Ahmed Reyaz, and the name of company is ACS System Associates, Inc. We have been in business since 1983. We have been doing primarily HVAC work, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Since last 5 years, we have also expanded into general construction, the interior work. We have done a lot of jobs, both in public sector as well as in private sectors. We have been very lucky that our customers have put their trust into us.
My name is Chauncey Brooks. Name of my company is Brooks Brothers Painting of Rochester, Inc. We've been in business for 27 years, and we offer general painting and wall covering. I think receiving our certification allowed us opportunities to work on projects where in some situations we may not have had that opportunity to work on certain projects, and the program does help.
The benefit of getting MWBE certification is that we get the confidence to go to a space that was dominated with white male and be able to perform and show that we can be a part of this industry and we can help this industry to grow.
MWBE program has been a great program. It has given us the opportunity to actually showcase our commitment to the quality and client satisfaction by actual performance. It's no longer merely talk or sales effort, right? Rather getting a job and then actually performing, wherein the people see how committed to quality we are.
It has allowed me to continue to stay in business. It allowed me to hire and give young folks an opportunity to work in this industry. And by that, it definitely helped a lot.
It is really very helpful to see that different people from different background and different, are included in this very important industry. And that is the benefit of this organization.
Please join me in congratulating our 3 award recipients, Sadibeh Bayat of NTech Engineering PC, Chauncey Brooks, Brooks Brothers Painting of Rochester, Ahmad Reyes of ACS Systems Associates, Inc. Congratulations. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I was just getting a little carried away because the party's going to start in a little while. Yay, we made it through the night. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming this evening and making it through this. What an amazing cohort of honorees this evening. Let's just give it up one more time for everyone who was honored this evening. Everyone who is leading the charge in New York State, thank all of you. Like we said many times, it takes a village, and this is the greatest state there is, so I'm happy to be a part of this amazing village. So thank you all. Tonight has been a true testament of the resiliency of the MWBEs and their partners across the state, and proof that anything is possible. Through innovation and community, I want to thank you, everyone who has played a role in continuing the mission of the MWBE program. Know that it is because of your dedication and hard work that we can move towards creating a more equitable and inclusive economy. I want to thank you to our sponsors who helped make this evening possible. In fact, Immersive Strategies, if you are here in the room and you helped pull this together, I just want to say thank you. This is no easy feat. You know, in the world of production, anything can go wrong at any second, so God bless you for pulling off such a tremendous evening. Thank you to all of our sponsors who helped make this evening possible. Again, it's one that we will never forget. This is only the beginning. Stay tuned. We have one more day of this conference. I hope everyone will be out tomorrow and get more nuggets that we can use as we go back to our businesses and helping everyone. Certification is key. So anyone who's out there watching or anyone that's here, that process can be daunting, but this is a room full of people who are motivated to make sure that you and your business get certified. So make sure you take them up on it. It's a necessary asset to have the tools and resources necessary to build lasting partnerships and to connect you with a wide array of opportunities available to MWBEs throughout New York State and the procurement office. So thank you once again. Don't forget, stay tuned because this lovely band's going to be carrying us through the evening. So have a lot of fun. And make sure you network, pull out those business cards. That's why we're all here, right? So make sure everyone meets someone. And if there's something that you can do to make the world a better place, then please take the time to do it. It's been a rough year, right? So it's a blessing to be able to spend another day together. Thank you all for having me, Cathleen Trigg-Jones. And it has been a pleasure to serve as your MC this evening. Have a beautiful day, everyone.